Hey there, it's the Big Bad Wolf again. My first YouTube appearance in 2016, and I have a few things to share. First off, in a couple days, I'll be appearing at Anthro New England 2016 in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Last year's convention was so much fun, and I have a hunch this year will be just as fun, if not more. I've got a sketch prepared for the con masquerade. In fact, it's involving that cheesy, obscure 1958 song, Big Bad Wolf by Don Cherry, which I showed you already. That'll be a good way to show it off. Hey, I've already done the Big Bad Wolf Daddy shtick, and that Little Red Riding Hood song by Sam the Sham and the Pharaohs has already been done so many times. There will also be fursuit games and more. A certain coyote and Great Dane may also appear there too. Not from my parent company, though. Another thing, I'll also be attending Anime Boston in March, since that also went very well last year. But I don't know if the Maltese Fur Con will be happening again anytime soon, which is too bad, because when I went back in 2014, it was pretty fun. Additionally, hopefully next month I'll finally be able to buy that Silly Symphonies collection record set that came out last fall. I would have bought it last year, but budget constraints prevented me from doing so, especially with the holiday season. When I get it, I'll do a review for you all. Until then, I do have this neat record here to show. Yep, an old 78 RPM disc from RCA Victor. It's pressed in vinyl instead of that brittle shellac, as this is meant for kids. It's actually one of the earliest soundtrack releases of Disney's Three Little Pigs cartoon from the late 1940s. RCA Victor used to be one of the distributors for Disney soundtracks in the 40s and 50s until Disneyland Records was formed. On this side is an abridged version of the actual cartoon's audio. And on the other side is a similarly abridged version of the Orphans Benefit cartoon from 1934 and 1941. Now, being a 78, the sound quality isn't as good as microgroove records, especially when you play it using a microgroove stylus like on my record player here. But it's worth listening to. Check it out! Yep, the original cartoon's audio. See how whiny the good sound is. Let's get to the parts of me in them. Yeah, they make the machine gun noise for a tongue. Unlike in the 1958 re-recording where they just added the baby sound. Yep, me in my sheep disguise. Still baffles me how they didn't fall for it. Yeah, because those two pigs that fall from my other disguises, cheesy or not.
I told you what would happen when that big wolf...
Now they're practical pigs' house.
Now at last you're safe and sound.
You can see on this cartoon won an Oscar. I Here comes a neat surprise.
I'm the poor bridesman. I'm giving a free sample.
Yep, the original Jewish peddler audio. I was pretty surprised he actually kept it intact on this record. The way they cut it there, right to the singing, made it sound like a real peddler was at the door instead of me in that attempt at a Yiddish accent I did. Now, I didn't mean to offend anyone with it. The reason for the Jewish disguise was because of how Jewish people don't eat pork, as it's not kosher. So that should have fooled Practical Pig, but for some reason it didn't. Then it was different back then, before all the standards and practices were more strict. And they had me redub that scene with my stupid, I'm the full of Russian. I'm working my way through college. Ugh. Walt Disney was not anti-Semitic, which is why some of those jokes about him against the Jewish can annoy me. It was simply done as a kind of a joke of making myself look harmless to the pigs. But moving along from that, I can't believe how many deaths we've had so far this year. Not just musicians like David Bowie, but also Brian Bedford, the voice of Disney's Robin Hood. That was rather sad. Because of that, I plan to soon do a video review of this. The book and audio read-along adaptation of Robin Hood from 1977. I'll probably do it after Anthro New England, though. Anyways, watch me at that convention and stay tuned to this channel as always.